Wednesday, 12th of August 2015. Paper highlights. First, let's look at the paper highlights from Daily Mirror. Vele Sudha's trial on a daily basis. The Colombo High Court yesterday began the trial at which Gampolo Vidanage Samantha Kumara alias Vele Sudha is charged with the possession and peddling of 7.5 grams of heroin in Mount Lavinia in 2008. Trial would be held on a day-to-day basis. The Attorney General indicted the accused on 2 counts and said he had committed a punishable offence under the Poison, Opium and Dangerous Drugs Act No. 13 of 1984. The Police Narcotics Bureau officer who arrested Vele Sudha on December 14, 2008 testified in court when the case was taken up for hearing by High Court Judge P. Padman Surasena. The trial will continue today. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Ranil, MS UNFGG can work in harmony. Only the United National Front for Good Governance could work with President Maithripala Sirisena without going on a collision course with him, said Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Tsunami funds. MR may lose civic rights if guilty. Champika. United National Front for Good Governance General Secretary and Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka said yesterday that former President Mahinda Rajapaksa would be stripped of his civic rights if he was found guilty of misappropriating tsunami funds. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Case against Rajitha's family. Habeas corpus petition dismissed. The Colombo High Court yesterday dismissed the habeas corpus application filed by Dinitya Aloka's parents against Minister Rajitha Senaratne and his family members after the parents told court they wish to withdraw the application. More highlights from Daily Mirror. Tony Blair and family here. Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair and his family arrived in Sri Lanka last evening on a tour. They are expected to remain in the country for 2 weeks. Mr. Blair and his family came here on an invitation by Foreign Minister Mangala Samaravira. They left for Anuradhapura on a domestic flight soon after arrival. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Namal Vimal meeting with FCID postponed. Former MPs Namal Rajapaksa and Vimal Weerawangsa, who had been asked to call over at the Financial Crimes Investigation Division headquarters today, will not be summoned following a request by the Elections Commissioner. More highlights from Daily Mirror. Sanath supports UNP candidate Sagala. Former Sri Lanka cricket captain and UPF MP Sanath Jayasuriya announced yesterday that he had decided to support the United National Party candidate Sagala Ratnayaka at the forthcoming general elections. More highlights from Daily Mirror. Exhumation of Tajuddin's body infuriates UPFA. Furious over the exhumation of the body of Havelock's rugby captain Wasim Tajuddin on a court order, the UPFA claimed there were eyewitnesses to prove that Tajuddin was killed in an accident on May 17, 2012. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Ceylon today. Tajuddin murder case. CID quizzes Red Cross chief. The Criminal Investigation Department has questioned Chairman and Director General of Sri Lanka Red Cross Society Jagat Abenayaka for over 6 hours as to whether a Defender jeep given to Siriliya Savi organization by the SLRCS was used for the murder of rugby player Wasim Tajuddin. He was questioned on how an SLRCS vehicle was given to Siriliya Savi. The CID said the SLRCS has no legal authority to transfer a vehicle to another organization. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Decision tomorrow. Disenfranchise UPFA's Premlal. A decision will be made tomorrow whether permission will be granted for former Deputy Minister United People's Freedom Alliance Ratnapura candidate Premalal Jayasekara, who is in remand prison, to exercise his right to vote or not. More highlights from Ceylon today. Body found at ex-minister's residence. Missing driver had left suicide note. The body of former Minister C.B. Ratnayaka's missing driver was found in his official residence in Torrington, Colombo yesterday. Another highlight from Ceylon today. TNA will support next government, depending on their solution for NE issue. Tamil National Alliance leader R. Sampanthan says that the alliance will support the government that will be elected depending on the solutions on what solutions it provides for the North and East crisis. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Ranil sure of GSP Plus restoration. A United National Front for Good Governance will ensure that Sri Lanka receives the GSP Plus concession again, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Daily News. PM assures apparel exporters GSP Plus backed by next year. Wants to pass benefit to employees. EU to lift fisheries import ban too. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday assured apparel exporters that the GSP Plus facility will definitely be restored by next year, benefiting thousands of employees in the export sector. The Prime Minister stressed that apparel exporters should now duly pay the EPF and ETF of the employees, and such employees should receive a considerable pay hike with the benefits accruing from the GSP Plus facility. The restoration of the GSP Plus facility will help open a number of garment factories which were closed down due to the suspension of GSP Plus. It will also lead to the increase in the salaries of employees in the sector, he said. Another highlight from Daily News. President announces 5 5-year plan for Polonnaruwa. President Maithripala Sirisena said he has formulated a 5-year plan to develop the Polonnaruwa district and undo the injustices caused to the district in the recent past. Priority has been given in this plan to develop education, health and agricultural sectors, he said. Another highlight from Daily News. Investors including Fortune 500 companies have given green light. Iran. Investors planning to come to Sri Lanka will have a great return and a great future, and this country will prosper and young generation will have a great future due to the well-experienced, open, transparent process and the pragmatic way of the present government in dealing with business, said Deputy Minister of Highways and Investment Iran Wickramaratne. Another highlight from Daily News. State sector employees told to act independently. Representatives of the Government Independent Trade Union Collective requested state employees to refrain from political activities during the general election period. They made this request at a media briefing organized by the People's Action for Free and Fair Election in Colombo yesterday. Another highlight from Daily News. FCID in another operation to sabotage UPFA campaign. Dilan. The UPFA has made representations with the Elections Commissioner in connection with FCID operation to sabotage the UPFA elections campaign at the instance of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. UPFA Media Committee Chairman Dilan Pereira said. Addressing the media at the SLFP headquarters yesterday, he said the Elections Commissioner promised to order the FCID to summon UPFA candidates after August 17th. Another highlight from Daily News. FCID abides by EC's directive, no summoning of candidates until polls end. Confirming to the instructions of Election Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya, the Financial Crimes Investigation Division has decided not to summon candidates in the fray for the upcoming election for questioning until the poll is concluded. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers, and we will bring you more tomorrow.